So what I'm going to do now is just select with the quads tool. I'm going to just close this gap up here and snap to that point there, and that will give me a edge ring around here. So let me just identify that so it's clear to see. Once I've shaped this edge ring around here, then I can bevel like we did here on the back leg as well. But for now, I've started to close these gaps. All I need to do now is attach the inner arm to these polygons down here and make that connection. So by reducing the number of polygons on the inner arm like we did, we now make things a little bit easier for us to attach here to the body or chest area as well. So I've got 2 splits that I need to make here to join these polygons up. So I'll just use my split rings, and I've got already 2 selected on there, and now I can connect these pieces together. Let me just reshape these a little bit. And here I think I'll just collapse these edges here, these ones down here. Get my orientation right, and I'll put an extra split in here, just to connect these 2 together. Let's move these out and just refine these a little bit more. And if I want to just add an extra edge in here, I can just move these over and use my slide edges tool here with edges selected, slide these over, and maybe just add another, just to give it a little bit more definition in there as well, just to round that arm off so it isn't as faceted around that section there. So let's use our points. Let's bring this down so it moves into the body a little bit more. Again, just shape these around here. Okay, so we've got the geometry blocked in for now. We still need to do a little bit more cleanup on this. So as you can see, I've just cleaned that geometry up a little bit more around the arm. I can go a little bit further on here for example, around here just to round out this joint here. But where I mentioned before about placing an extra loop where we could bevel around, I don't think we need that now. I think we have enough geometry around there just for this to work nicely. So we've just saved a step there. We perhaps need a little bit more geometry in here, but as I said, we're just blocking this out for now, and we've got to a pretty good spot where we can move on to the next stage. Okay, so let's concentrate on the head of our dinosaur now, and I'm going to bring back the image so we can see a guide as to where the topology will flow for this creature. To begin with, I'm going to select the polygons tool, and I'm going to remove some of these inner polygons here. We don't actually need those, so I will choose select, make sure polygons are selected, and I will delete these polygons here. So with that done, I can then start to examine where I want this flow to follow this upper jaw right back to this point here at the back of the head. So I'm going to need to just move these verts around here as well. Let's deselect those, zoom in a little bit. We're just going to roughly position our verts just in between this in the center of the mouth, something like this. We can also just move these up if we like and just even things out. Our jaw is going to come down this way and just start to massage these points. Now here I'm going to actually round this part off, so I'm going to move this round to here on the upper lip. Let's move this one up like so, and I'm going to use these front two polygons as the front of the actual nose area there, and then I'm going to bring these ones back. So to close this area here, I'll go over to the quads tool, use parallel, and I'll select this edge here, and I'll just move my way along until I reach that edge there. Once I've done that, I can start to move these points around, and I'll just roughly match the shape with these points here, just to get that top area there. And I'll move this up. This is eventually going to be the eye shape here, this area here. Let's just move this geometry roughly where that's going to take place. So again, it's just creating the groundwork ready for me to create that geometry later on. And if I want to, I could just move these up here like this, just to form this mouth shape here, going roughly to this area at the back of the here, where the mouth kind of finishes off. This whole jaw section here finishes around about here, and we have to now just move these up just to even out our polygon distribution. And here at the front we can see we've got a little bit of a problem here. Let's zoom in and just move these down just to that lower jaw, reduce the size of my cursor there so I'm not picking up any additional points. Let's move this around. Let's move these here, and I'll just move these down very roughly, and just bringing these points around here and rounding out that bottom jaw section like so. Okay, so I'm getting a much better idea now of where my geometry is going to lie in this model. Now there's a lot of detail in this image which at this polygon level I'm not going to be able to reproduce, but I am going to try to match some of these edges to where those folds and details lie. So I'm going to try my best to see if I can match some of these folds and creases here. This jaw area as it goes round, and we've got this area of skin underneath here as well. When we look at our model against our reference here in the z-axis, everything looks okay. If we turn our model around, we can see things are not quite what we thought. So we have to keep looking around our model here to make sure that we are moving these polygons in the right direction. So obviously these need to be moved over much more, like so. We don't have any reference for the top of our model here, so we're just going to have to eyeball this one and try to bring in these vertices as much as we can, just so they conform to a more of an expected shape. So that's looking a little bit better. And at the front you can see that this jawline as well is not looking right. So let's adjust that one by pulling these verts over here. We've got quite a lot of geometry underneath the jaw that we can use to our advantage. So let's use our move tool now and just start to massage these points around. So what I've done here on this lower jaw is I've just moved these points around to form more of a shape such as this one here, where I can now bring this edge around here to finish off the top of the lower jaw. So again, I'll use my quads tool here and I will snap these points. And once that's done, I just need to move those points around a little bit more so they're pointing in the right direction. Move these over. Let's just remove my reference again. And just shape this as best we can without that reference. And now we've got those basic shapes in there. Let's bring back our reference to take a look at how that looks. It's still a little bit off, so let's bring that back. Just realign these with our shape, and then we need to just move those inwards a little bit. It's getting closer. That's looking a little bit better now. In the next video, we'll continue refining the head of our dinosaur. See you next time.